So obviously yesterday was the release of Elsie Silver's Wild Card. So today's mission is to go to Barnes & Noble and get their edition, because their editions, if you didn't know, include artwork in them. I don't know if like the Target edition or any other editions do, but I know Barnes & Noble's does. So that is currently what we are on our way to do, is acquire Wild Card. Okay, it's voiceover time. Here I am just walking to my Barnes & Noble. I do have a two-story one, which I've always been used to, so I didn't even realize that was not common. Of course, we had to stop at the romance table and look what they had. And then I spotted Fearful in the Wild. I have not read it yet, though, guys, but I've not heard great things. But look at this fourth wing section. Look at that painting. And then my romance section is upstairs, so we do have to take the escalator to the second floor. And then I'm just walking to my favorite section like I always do. Of course, I have found Wild Card. Look at all that purple, guys. I love it. Here's the artwork. Literally stunning. I adore it. I love the artwork always. And then I'm just doing what every book lover does and pointing out all of the books that I have read, which was not a lot here because this is their Halloween section, and I am slowly reading Halloween books. Obviously, we are at the romance section where you will always find me. If you lose me in a bookstore, check here. And then look at this cover of the deal. Is this new? Because I have not seen it, and it is gorgeous, and I wanted to buy it so bad, but I didn't. And then I was just talking about these two books, so I spotted them, of course. Of course, we spotted our favorite author, so we had to document that. And then I also did pick up the third book in the Zodiac Academy. I did acquire Wild Card. In one of my recent videos, talked about how I haven't like physically read a book in so long, so I think this is going to be the book that I like physically read, because I obviously haven't read it. Usually I read her stuff on my Kindle, but let's just physically read it. I did also, while I was in there, grab the third book of the Zodiac Academy. I have the first two, and I have read the series, except for like the last book or two, but I'm waiting on those to be released to me. But I read them all on my Kindle, so I don't have the physical copies of them, so I'm slowly gathering them, and I decided to treat myself with book 3 today. So thankfully today was a very successful Barnes & Noble trip. I am going to literally stick my nose in Wild Card and not come back up for air until I'm done.